So every year, tens of thousands of applicants apply to jobs in investment banking and M&A. They come from the best universities. They have top GPAs. They have the most polished resumes, but most don't get an offer. And the reason is mostly it's self-inflicted. It has to do nothing with being unqualified or has nothing to do with what it is that they're doing. It just has to do with a couple of key components that we're going to talk about. So I'm Dave Walensky. I'm one of the co-founders of Athena and have been in and around M&A for 20 years. I've done thousands upon thousands of interviews with both junior and senior people and folks in between. And there's a few key components of what a differentiator can be for junior folks that I'm here to share with you today. So, number one, that I find to be one of the most common problems is that, especially young folks, they treat networking like a box to tick. That's not the approach to take. They get on the phone, they just are kind of doing it to go through the motions. They say thank you, nothing ever comes of it. But that's not networking. That's just getting on the phone and talking with people. At best, it's a loose connection. What you really want to do is build advocates and build advocates over time. Connections that will do something for you or help you with the process, even when you're not there. They're going to be somebody who can say your name in the right room at the right time and build upon a relationship that you're starting to build. It doesn't happen with one coffee chat. It has to happen over time and repeated interactions that are both positive and constructive in a way that this person genuinely wants to see what's best for you and wants to see that you succeed. So how does that happen? You don't look for one interaction and then try to make something of it. What you ultimately need to do is build a connection that lasts over time. So when you meet somebody, in order to break the ice, you should find out things about them. Do the research about the person that you're meeting. Do the things that kind of look up what kind of clubs they're involved in, what interests they have, what types of places they come from or schools they went to or anything like that that can genuinely make a connection. And then get into the throes of how they're working, what it is that they're doing, deals they're working on, maybe even talk about the worst deal that you're working on. That genuine shows an interest in what they do, married with an interest in things about them. That's really what comes through, and it comes through over repeated interaction. So another one, don't treat technicals like a hurdle or another tick the box exercise. It's not necessarily about whether you know the future value and all those different types of questions that you're going to be asked and the things that they're going to ask about them. It's about, do you know how to apply them? So the mistake there is, don't just try to memorize and survive. Try to show that you know how to apply these things, because the questions that you're going to get are not going to be verbatim whatever you've practiced or the other things that you've done and studied. You have to be understanding of what the essence is of the question such that you can demonstrate your application of that knowledge. And if you don't know, you don't know. But there is a specific way that you can say that. What you could say is, well, based off what I do know, I would approach it this way. And then explain your logic and say, is that correct? Do you find that to be a shared understanding of the way that you would do it? And then it turns more into a conversation that shows that you're thinking about the answer based off of the knowledge base that you do have. You're not just trying to spit out and repeat what you've heard over and over and over again. So don't try to treat those technicals as a hurdle. Try to really understand the philosophy and the essence behind them such that they're like tools in a tool bag that you can go in, reach out, try to apply it in this situation and understand whether or not you feel it's the right application for this individual situation. Here's a last point, and you're not going to like it. It's effort. This is a little bit of a numbers game when you're first trying to find your way into this industry. The number of emails that you should send should be a lot. You have to kiss a ton of frogs in this industry in order to find not only one that will take your call and have a conversation with you, but the one that will butt into the relationship that ultimately you want to have. It's going to feel monotonous. It's going to feel repetitive. It's going to feel like work. It's going to be a pain in the ass. I'm not going to lie to you. But what you don't understand is that what you're trying to do is not only learn more about the industry and things you don't know about it and turn these connections into advocates with the right person, you're also increasing your chances for opportunity to strike. Because ultimately, you don't have the say in when an opportunity will appear. What you can control is the surface area with which you are trying to have an opportunity reveal itself. When that comes true, it only comes with the amount of emails that you are sending, the amount of outreach that you are doing. It's going to feel like a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. Because you can't control, again, whether or how they're going to respond, but the opportunity to find the right response and the right opportunity is only going to come with effort and only going to come with trying to make the right connections with the right folks through that effort. You have to be on it and you have to show that you really, really want it. Part of that comes with the effort that you put forth in emails, communication, showing up at different clubs and things like that, and doing the things that I talked about before in order to network properly. So here's the thing. All of these little tidbits that I just gave, none of them have to do with intelligence. Not one. They have to do with preparation and self-awareness and effort. All of them are fixable. All of them are at your fingertips. Yes, you have to know enough about the knowledge to not feel like the technicals are a hurdle. Yes, you have to put forth the effort in order to build a network. But if you combine that hustle and drive with a touch of knowledge that you can get in different places, like Athena, then you'll be able to be prepared and be on your best efforts, outreach and knowledge and application of that knowledge such that you can make that opportunity come true for you. I'm Dave. Follow us at Athena.